Hmm. Okay, let's begin. What should I start with? Jessica, wake up!
What? I know math well. Just please let me take a nap.
Answer my question. What is 2 times 3?
2 times 3 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. It is 5.
What is 2 times 3? Multiply, not add them up.
I, uh, I don't know.
What is 3 times 3?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is 6.
You said you know math well. So I'm giving you a last chance.
Yes, I'm smart. I can do calc.
Okay, what's the derivative of f of x times g of x?
It is f of x times g prime of x plus g of x times f prime of x.
Wait, what? How can you become so smart within just a second?
Because Miss Ricketts taught me the derivative rule, and then this is the product rule. I remember that.
But you can't even do 2 times 3. Why can't you do that if you're so smart?
Because she wasn't my teacher when I was young, and I failed my math class when I first learned the multiplications.
I guess you were sleeping, right? Well, now that we just did the multiplication rule, do you know the quotient rule? What's the derivative of a quotient?
I think it's low d high minus high d low divided by the square of what is below.
Okay, what does that mean exactly?
The lower function times the derivative of the top function minus the derivative of top function times the lower function, and then divide by the square of the lower function.
Well, you're not wrong about that. I'll test a few other concepts next time. Maybe I'll text you. But for now, we should try some examples, I think.
Okay.
I hope you still remember this rule. The quotient rule is the low d high minus high d low and divided by the square of what is below. So in order to find the derivative of this function, we need to use the quotient rule. And the quotient rule is low d high, which is x plus x squared times 3, and minus high d low, the upper function 3x times the derivative of the lower function 1 plus 2x, and divide by the lower function square. We all know that how to take a derivative of a function. However, we still get it wrong in this rule, because we often forget to put the square of the lower function. So I'm really sorry of being annoying, but I have to tell you the quotient rule is the low d high minus the high d low, and divide by the square of what is below.
As stated earlier in this video, the product rule, f of x times g of x, you do by taking the derivative of the first term times the second term plus the derivative of the second term times the first term. So, one problem we'll try to differentiate is
y is equal to x to the third times ln of x. So now, we might all be tempted to say the derivative of this is equal to 3x squared plus times 1 over x. But don't do that. Ms. Ricketts won't be happy with you. Instead, we take the first term times the derivative of this second term plus the second term times the derivative of the first term. This is equal to x squared plus 3x squared ln x. If we want to simplify this further, we get x squared times 1 plus 3 ln of x. Another problem that we can differentiate is y is equal to sine of x times cosine of x. Even though we have a trig problem, and trig problems are scary, we still apply the same rules. So the first term times the derivative of the second term plus the second term times the derivative of the first term so we can simplify this to minus 9 x squared plus cosine